the Saudi Pro League needs Cristiano Ronaldo far more than Cristiano Ronaldo needs them. No matter the amount of money you think the Saudi Pro League has given to Ronaldo, he is far more important to them than they are important to him. Reports came out today that Cristiano Ronaldo has won PIF and Saudi Pro League officials that he is prepared to leave Saudi Arabia following disputes over funding. Now, after this report came out, most people are saying, how's a player who has won absolutely nothing in Saudi have so much power over the entire federation? Do you think that Ronaldo was brought to the Saudi League to win the Saudi Pro League or to help Al Nassr win trophies? Let's think critically. God! I will explain to you in this video why Ronaldo being in the Saudi League is more political than football. Ronaldo being in that Saudi Pro League is 99% political and 1% about the football. Yes! Why do you think they are paying a man that is beyond his prime, that his best days are behind him, the best salary in the whole world of football? Ask yourself these questions. Saudi Arabia has been a country that has been known for violating human rights and many other political practices that have been frowned upon. Some might even say slavery. They have had all these allegations. They have a terrible reputation in the outside world, especially in the Western world, that is America, where they want to do business in. There's what we call sports washing. What is sports washing? Sports washing is the practice of using high-profile sports events, team sponsorships, or ownership to improve the tarnished reputation of a country, organization, or corporation. By associating with popular, positive sporting narratives, entities aim to distract from unethical behavior, human rights violation, and or corruption. Are you understanding where I'm taking you to? Ronaldo going to that Saudi Pro League. Saudi is trying to sell an image. Let me tell you something about Saudi Arabia that most of you don't know. The investment in sports was connected with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030, a plan to attract business and tourists to Saudi Arabia, and part of an attempt to diversify its economy so as not to be over-reliant on oil as it had been in the past. The only source of income Saudi Arabia had, I think back as 2014 or 2015, was oil. The oil price is halved. It was going for about $235, I think, per barrel. It went to about 55. Another year, it went to about 35. Quickly, they started panicking. How can we invest in other things that will bring in money? Okay, tourism. But people don't want to come to our country because we have a bad reputation of maybe treating women badly. In fact, there was a time in Saudi Arabia, women don't have the right to go and watch football in the stadium. Women cannot drive on the road. All these things were there. So how can we improve that reputation? Football. They saw that their neighbors, Abu Dhabi, have found success with Man City. And also, Qatar have found success with PSG. Okay, let's go that route. They tried to buy Newcastle. Eventually, they succeeded. Bought them for 380 million. Go and check when they bought Newcastle. You had Englishmen wearing jalabias and turbans. They did not care about all the problems they had with Saudi Arabia, all the fight they had with them, because football makes people lose their thinking. Football makes people love you no matter the bad side. There are many of these footballers that we love and support that have terrible sides, terrible things they have done that if you know, you will never support them. But just because of your love of football, you have overlooked it. That is the same sports washing that is happening. Why do you think that in this statement that they released about Ronaldo wanting to leave the Saudi Pro League, they did not say he has warned Al Nassr's officials? He has never come out to say Al Nassr needs to invest more in the club. Who is he going at? The Saudi government, the PIF, the Saudi Pro League. Because they are doing family and friends business. Ask yourself why he's going at different people other than his own board. Why is he not holding his own board for not signing players? Saudi Pro League came out and released a statement that clubs are independent. When I come outside and it looks like I'm defending Ronaldo or anything, no. I've done deep research on this Saudi League. Go and check how they enter the business of golf, what they are doing in wrestling, what they are doing in boxing. Go and check what is Live Golf, LIV Golf. The official and traditional sponsors or the body for golf is PGA. Saudi came out with their own LIV Golf. They took the top players, the Messi and Ronaldos of golf, with money. Gave them contracts of 300 million, 200 million, 100. You think they are spending money on football? Last year alone, they spent 5 billion on their golf project. The numbers are there on the internet. Go and check it. So that people understand what is going on. They have a vision 2030. They are building an ultra-modern city in Neom, inside Saudi Arabia. That is why they came to the Saudi League and went to the second division, took one team and something, and changed the name to Neom FC, pumped money in it. There's a Club World Cup happening in, I think, 2034. They're already bidding for it to happen in Saudi Arabia. I think they have succeeded. There are 5 clubs that they want them to be there. Al Nassr, Al Hilal, Al Ittihad, Al Ahly, and Neom FC. Go and check. All these things are there on the internet. Haven't you noticed that the way people see Saudi Arabia, the way people perceive Saudi Arabia recently has changed? They are more welcoming to Saudi Arabia. They are more loving to them. That is the... So if Ronaldo says he is leaving Saudi Arabia today, I'm telling you, they are panicking. Forget the money you think they are giving them. That PIF you're always hearing of, Public Investment Fund, they have a pool of 700 billion to invest in their sports projects. So whatever I think they are giving Ronaldo is just a tip of the iceberg. They have not even done anything. If you want to tell me that league is operating independently or the clubs are independent, even the sponsor of the club, RSL, that I always see, RSL, I've forgotten the meaning of it, is an real estate company owned by Saudi Arabia. Everything in that league is owned by them. They are just pouring money because they know that if they are able to diversify this income and this becomes a tourist attraction site, they have diversified their income. I mean, they cannot be all reliant on what's the name? Oil again. Go and check what they are doing in Formula 1. Go and check what they are doing in esports. Now them they sponsor most of these esports. That's why I see esports. They have one kind of stupid money. Is Saudi. So understand where, oh God, just please go and educate yourself on Saudi Arabia. And I want you to understand, the only reason why a player will have the mind to come out and protest and go on strike just because another player is going to another club is because he actually knows he has the power to do that. Nobody is stupid enough to overshoot his power, especially Ronaldo. He knows the power he has. And I'm telling you on this day, the Saudi Pro League needs Ronaldo far more than he needs them. There's a reason why reports came out that Ronaldo said he will retire after next season. And the Saudi League has already proposed to him to stay in the country. Just be living in the country. Come and be attending games. We'll be paying you. Because they had a business, a franchise. Okay, I have this 100 billion. I want to invest it in football. Who is the most legitimate face in football that I can bring that will make this business legitimized? It is Ronaldo. Either you go for Ronaldo or you go for Messi. But as a brand in football, it's Ronaldo. As Ronaldo went there in the winter transfer window, that's the January transfer window of I think 22-23 or thereabouts. The following summer transfer window, Neymar went there. How many players? I think Jordan Henderson, Gerrard became captain of one team. Mitrovic went there. João Neves left there to Wolves to Al Hilal for 60 million. So many other big players, big names all around the world in proper leagues, in proper clubs left to Saudi Arabia because they have seen, if Ronaldo can go there, why can't I go there? So understand, Ronaldo, no matter the money you think they have paid him, he has made times 10 of that money for them. The stadium attendance doubled when Ronaldo went there. The ticket sales doubled. Their viewing rights, their TV rights doubled. All their sources of income doubled, quadrupled when he went there. The numbers are there. That's why he can ask for certain things. That's why they give him certain things. Understand these things. Please go and find out about Saudi Arabia. And I hope I've been able to educate you guys to the best of my knowledge. I know I've left out certain things because there's so much to talk about Saudi. There is a whole lot to talk about this league. And I just wish I can explain to you guys everything that is going on there. But I just want to have something in mind. Anytime you see anything Saudi is having problem with Ronaldo, this and that, understand, Ronaldo going there is more political than football. This is not pure football. There's an agenda. There's a vision that they are trying to achieve through football. And because football is the one game that unifies every fan, no matter the race, no matter the tribe, no matter the color, no matter the social status, it unifies everybody. They know this is the best tool to pierce the Western world and the outside world, and they are doing that. They are succeeding. That's why it looks like they are burning money and burning money. They are not seeing any return on their investment so far. But then their agenda is bigger than money. It's bigger than life.